Hey guys, what's going on? It's Vic here, back with another Madden 22 rebuild. In today's episode, we're going to be rebuilding the Washington Commanders because that is what their new team name is that I highly believe it is. It's supposed to come out on February 2nd, but there's been a bunch of leaks. People are saying Admirals and stuff. I think Admirals would be stupid. I really wanted the Red Tails or the Red Wolves, like Red Tails as in like not a physical red tail, like the plain Red Tails. I think that'd be so sick. Or the Red Wolves, I think, would be cooler. But Commanders, I think that's okay. I'm not really gonna. I think it would be more fitting for Washington, D.C., America's capital, United States capital. So I think Commanders and, the capital of the United States, I think that's very fitting for them. I like that overall. But this team has a lot of offensive needs to improve. Defense does look great, so let's get into this rebuild. Okay, so this is the overlook of the team. We got Fitzmagic here, who's probably going to be the starting QB over Taylor Heineke here. Kyle Allen, sure, but who is this guy? Brown. Damian Brown. I didn't even know they gave him star dev, potentially. That's definitely not superstar. Adam Humphries, I forgot he even existed. He was on the Titans last year, I believe. Scary Terry, of course. Curtis Samuel, he was a lot better on the Panthers. So Damian Brown, interesting. Is he going to be a specialist player? I'm going to put him in the slot. But Antonio Gibson, very underrated back. I feel like he should be like around an 85 overall. This O-line is not that bad. I've seen a lot worse. How much is Leno getting paid? Because that does matter. I know a lot of terrible offensive linemen get paid a lot of money. $4 million on 1 year. Wow, that is actually surprisingly cheap for a player that's actually, worth that contract. 10 million for Eric Flowers in the next year. I don't know if I like that. Lucas. What do you have for your contract as well? The other two players, I don't care what their contract is because I want to keep them. Very good contracts overall for the O-line. Logan Thomas, he's not going to be long-term here. Yeah, overall, the offense, obviously, QB needs to be addressed. Receivers, I can rock with that. Tight end, we need a new replacement, and we need some offensive tackles. Defensively is where we are thriving. Matthew Ioannidis is a player that is not of need. I know in real life he's a rotational player between Jonathan Allen, Deron Payne, Chase Young, Montez Sweat. I know he's a rotational player, but in Madden, he is not useful to me. Bobby McCain is garbage. I will need to replace him. Cameron Curl, why not? Let's replace him with him. Landon Collins can start once again. I know they moved Cameron Curl over, I think because Landon Collins either got injured or he wasn't performing right. I don't know the exact reason, but yeah, now the safeties look a lot better. Jamin Davis, I know a lot of football team fans, I'm just going to call them Washington fans, won't like me for this. I think that was a hard reach of a pick. I don't think he's a bad player, but I think JOK was on the board, and I understand he was second rounder to the Browns. I think JOK would have been a significantly better player. Oh, well, he has injury problems. I know he does, and he got injured this year, but at the same time, Jamin Davis? Really? I'm super surprised by that pick. I think it was a bit of a reach. I think he was like a late first rounder. Rashad Bateman was on the board. You could have had him. I'm a Ravens fan, so thank you for not taking him. But yeah, that's what we're rocking with. I'm rocking with the 4-3 scheme. DBs are not that bad. William Jackson definitely stepped up this year. Kendall Fuller has been very consistent. Landon Collins has been on a decline ever since he left the Giants. But this defense is where this team thrives. I'm going to trade away Matthew Ioannidis because I have zero value with this guy. So let's see who we can get him with. I'm going to give him to the Broncos. Can I make a big trade out the gate here and get Justin Simmons? Okay, that actually went through. Matthew Ioannidis and a 4th round pick for Noah Fant. That is so huge for me. You guys don't understand. Oh my God, this is already an unrealistic. It doesn't matter. I needed a tight end for my future reference. I addressed the tight end position, and I got one. I like this trade a lot. I know he's a 1st round pick for the Broncos, but at the same time, Broncos do need to address a lot of things. The defensive tackle was on their list. So, and they also, don't utilize Noah Fant that, correctly because they have Drew Lock at quarterback. Sorry, Broncos fans, if you get salty in the comments. But I like this trade for me and my team for the Washington Commanders here. Noah Fant is going to fit nicely here. I'll just leave Logan Thomas as a 2nd string. I'm not going to bother trading him. And this is what the team looks like going into the first season. I'm going to move Damian Brown into the slot so that way he actually has use. I think that would be a lot better. Where is slot wide receiver? Adam Humphries. Let's move him down. Damian Brown. And I'll move I'll move, where is he? Adam Humphries? Did he just disappear on me? He just doesn't exist anymore? All right, it looks like Adam Humphries doesn't exist, or I'm stupid. Oh, I'm just stupid. Adam Humphries is going to be the second string slot. Damian Brown's going to be the slot player for now. So anyways, guys, apart from that, it is time to move into the midseason mark. Here we are at the midseason mark, coming off a blowout loss to the Packers, as we are 4-3, second in the division behind the Dallas Cowboys. And we have our draft class. I'm just going to keep the auto-generated rookies we have. And we have a QB at the top of the board. I was low-key hoping that our team was garbage so we could trade up for a QB. So it looks like I may have to do that this year. Brandon Scherff, must-have player. We need him back, of course. I spread out that contract, up that money. He resigns for almost $10 million a year. Charles Leno, I might want him for 1 year. He wants 2 years, and he wants, I don't know if I want that. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be re-signing Charles Leonard. J.D. McKissick, no. McCain, no. Fitzmagic, no. Fitzmagic can journey on to another team, and everyone else here is a no. So we only got Brandon Scherff. That's fine with me. It is time to move into the playoffs. And here we are in the playoffs, actually making the playoffs at 11-6 behind the 13-4 Dallas Cowboys. So we probably have like the 5th or the 6th seed, I would assume. We have the 5th seed. Okay, that is cool. 11-6, coming off a touchdown win to the Giants. That is very surprising how we are doing this. Ryan Fitzmagic is the future, boys. Stats and awards. Let's see what we got here. He was so good. He was so good. Oh my goodness. No way. He looks like a top 10 QB with those stats, but obviously long-term future, Madden will, despite, if he had MVP stats, Fitzmagic's overall would still regress regardless. Best QB, Justin Fields, yeah, that will never happen in real life. Fitzmagic for 9th for the best NFC QB. 18th best offense in the league defensively. 2nd, yeah, that makes sense. 4,600 yards, 34 TDs, 13 interceptions. Antonio Gibson, 3.8 average. Not that good of a year. Curtis Samuel, 1,000 yards, 7 TDs. Damian Brown, 5 TDs, 1,000 yards. Scary Terry, not even 1,000 yards, but 9 TDs. Noah Fant, 10 TDs, almost 1,000 yards. Looking to defensively, Landon Collins stepped up this year, 108 tackles for a loss, 17 for Chase Young, sacks, 13 for Daron Payne, 9 for Montez Sweat, 7.5 for Josh Allen, and 7 for Chase Young. A lot of competition on that line, so it's hard for everyone to get double-digit sacks. 4 interceptions for Cole Holcomb, 3 for William Jackson. The safeties, 0. Defensive touchdowns is 0. So, yeah, anyways, guys, apart from that, let's see if we can beat the LA Rams in round 1. That's going to be a hard defense to beat, especially with their offense. I mean, maybe Fitzmagic can pull it off. He does not. 30, I was about to say 30-something. 23-14. First round exit, that's fine. Our defense was really good. Yeah, offensive points per game, if you see at my team ranks at the bottom, is 25th. So I'm still going to be drafting a QB despite Fitzmagic having a great season. Let's move to the offseason. Yikes, and our division rivals win the Super Bowl 24-7 against the Chiefs. Looks like Patrick Mahomes takes another L. And there is no other awards for us here. We didn't get any awards to start with. Let's see if there is any dev ups here. Offensively, Fitzmagic does get dev up, but that's the thing. He does get dev up. He's a top 10 NFC quarterback, but look, he still regresses. That makes no sense. I hate that in Madden. It doesn't matter how old you are. If you get a dev up, you should not regress in overall. That's why I can't keep him. Even though I love him, I just can't keep him for that reason solely. Damian Brown has star dev, of course. So Fitzmagic got a dev up, but unfortunately we're not going to keep him. Jamin Davis has star dev. Cole Holcomb got a dev up, so he's probably going to get a re-sign. William Jackson got a dev up. That's surprising. I expected Daron Payne to get a dev up with 13 sacks, but I guess they don't care. So let's move into the re-sign players here. Yeah, I know realistically you're supposed to re-sign Fitzmagic for being like a top 10 QB in terms of stats, but the game does not view him that way, and he's going to continue to regress, and I have no control over it, which is really, really stupid. Let's look at the NFC East, I believe. Yes, NFC East. Brandon Graham retires on the Eagles. That is fine. Going to the players ready to negotiate here. I'm going to be looking for Cole Holcomb if he's here. Adam Fitzmagic, what are you asking, bro? He's asking nothing. So if I can't get a good QB in the draft, I don't know. Oh my gosh, what do I do with him? He's just so old. I'm just not even going to bother. Joey Sly, he has 98 kick power. He's going to stay on the team. I'm just going to spread out that deal. Could have probably got Younghoe Koo cheaper in free agency, but that's fine. Is Cole Holcomb here? I thought this would be his last deal. Yeah, I don't see him. Interesting. I thought he would be here. Guess not. Let's move into free agency. We have $70 million. So after free agency, we signed Teron Armstead to replace Chris Leno on a just massive deal, $111 million, $53 million bonus over 5 years. Odell, I got on a really cheap deal, only $2.75 million over 5 years for his salary. He complained so much in real life. I'm surprised he didn't complain here. And since I got him on a cheap deal, he's probably going to stay here this entire rebuild. I know he's going to regress to like an 82 overall probably at one point, but it doesn't matter. We got Damian Brown. We got Curtis Samuel as well. That will also progress for this team, so that's pretty good. Let's get into the draft. I'm going to try and trade up and steal a QB. Okay, and our first round pick, I didn't even have to trade up in the draft. At pick number 24, Charlie Knapp fell to us. 87 throw power. That indicates his overall probably won't be that high. Georgia quarterback, hidden dev is what I was looking for. He's got B play action, and then B spin move is what I saw, and that's all I could really go off of, the B play action. Everyone else didn't really look that good. His strongest position is offensive line. Well, I mean, he's 6'2", 213. Yeah, interesting. 48 strength, though, but 87 throw power. I mean, I don't think he's a bad pick. That's our future QB, and that's what it's going to be. Okay, so this is the team after the draft, and yikes pick, bro. 62 overall. I hope to God he at least has superstar. He's a scrambler archetype, 83 speed. Yikes, bro. That's just what I gotta say about it. And now I'm stuck on the player, and it won't let me move. Okay, specialist. Damian Brown is there. Curtis Samuel's going to be in the slot. Cole Holcomb, Jamin Davis. That's cool. Deron Payne, making sure I got everything right defensively. My second round pick was crummy as well. Is he a right outside linebacker? He is. Okay. And everyone else here looks good to me. So hopefully he steps up. That's all I got to say, man. I don't know. I gave you a bunch of weapons. Noah Fant, OBJ, Scary Terry, Curtis Samuel, Damian Brown, gave you a new superstar left tackle, man. You just have to perform. I know I'm throwing you in as a rookie, but let's just get to the midseason. And here we are at the midseason mark because we are 5-2, second in the division, coming off a huge win to the Giants, by the way. Yeah, that rookie QB seems to be working out. I'll hold my tongue on that one, actually, because second half of the season usually doesn't work out for me in Madden simulation. Scary Terry needs to be re-signed, $15 million a year. Pretty steep. Deron Payne needs to be re-signed. Ooh, we're going to run thin on money real quick after re-signing this D-line. Yeah, Noah Fant, I just traded for you. Of course, you need to be re-signed. Yeah, we are just burning money now. Cole Holcomb, I can see why he's always in free agency now. Eric Flowers is not going to stay with the team. Same with, is Taylor Heineke's contract massive? I want to know, like, his current contracts, because if it is, he's off the team. No, only 2.75 right now. That's fine. Anyways, let's move into the playoffs. And here we are in the playoffs, not making the playoffs. Literally, that's why I said I'll hold my tongue. We went from 5-2 to 9-8. Madden simulation is top quality. Now look at the team ranks at the bottom of the screen. Our offensive points per game is first. Our passing game is second. Rushing game is 26, mainly because I'm in a passing scheme, so that's not a problem. But my defense just fell off completely. I hate that in this game. Whenever your offense is on, your defense is off. That's always how it is. It can't be both ways. It is the world's dumbest thing. My defense has improved, and they're like, no, not anymore. Not in our watch. Anyways, coming off a loss to the Packers, which prevents us from making the playoffs. Stats and awards here. Charlie Knapp was amazing. God tier. Better be Charlie Knapp 6th for MVP as a rookie. Third best offense in the NFL. Defensively, 17th. Like, how is that even 9-8? Almost 5 yards away. 4 yards shy from a 5,000-yard season in his rookie year. 40 TDs, 14 interceptions. Antonio Gibson, better than last season. 10 TDs, 4 averaged, over 1,000 yards. Curtis Samuel, 1,200 yards, 7 TDs. Scary Terry, 5 TDs, 1,000 yards. That's not worth $15 million a year. It should be based on stats, not about overall. Noah Fant, 1,000 yards, 12 TDs. Odell, 9 TDs, 1,000 yards. Great job. He's a lot better than Ryan Fitzmagic so far, in my opinion. Jamin Davis with a lot of tackles. Tackles for a loss, 18 for Chase Young. Sacks, 16 for Chase Young. I'm sure that's going to move him to X Factor, and I'm going to have to pay him even more next season. 8 for Josh Allen, 8 for Sweat, only 4 for Payne this year. even though he had 13 last year. 6 interceptions for Jamin Davis. That deserves a superstar dev. I'll give it to him if they don't. Safety 0, defensive touchdowns 1 for Kendall Fuller. Like, that was a very good season for the defense, especially for Jamin Davis. Anyways, let's move to the offseason. Here we are in the offseason as the Bucs once again lose to the Chiefs, and Patrick Mahomes is 1 for 4 in the Super Bowl as he loses his 3rd Super Bowl. All right. And it looks like Charlie Knapp gets Rookie of the Year. That deserves a development upgrade. He should get it. Scout college players. Now let's look at the team and look how good we are. Charlie Knapp should have at least superstar. He does. There we go. Let's up his overall. And he only gets 2 experience points for this. So he's a 73 overall quarterback without morale. That's cool, I guess. And he making sure he did get that upgrade. Superstar dev. Yeah, so he was only star dev. Now he's superstar within his first year. Definitely deserves it. I feel like Damian Brown or Curtis Samuel should get a dev up as well. Back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons, dude. Come on now. I'm not going to give it to him, though. Defensively, Chase Young does get that superstar X factor, so now I'm going to have to pay him big time. William Jackson is regressing despite still being good. And cry about it if you want in the comments, but 133 tackles and 6 interceptions is not an easy thing to do. I'm giving him superstar dev. If you want to whine in the comments, you can, man. It's not going to change the video. You think 133 tackles and 6 interceptions is easy to do? No. That's a very good season. Landon Collins is slowly kind of progressing, but is he? Yeah, he's aged. He's not going to progress. Probably to an 80 even. Anyways, let's move to the re-sign players here. We have Montez Sweat to re-sign and Cole Holcomb. I plan to re-sign Cole Holcomb, but he's also 27 years old, so I don't know about that as well, but he's also pretty good in simulation, so very interesting decisions that we have to make here. 2022 retirements. Let's see what we got. NFC East again. I don't know why I always blank on that. Nobody retires in the NFC East. That's fine. Let's go to players ready to negotiate here. Also, where's Logan Thomas? Did he disappear? I think he retired, but it just didn't show me. Montez Sweat. Let's spread out that deal, up that money, as always, and he resigns. Cole Holcomb. I do want you back. I want you back, but damn, dude, you start regression in the next season. You're not even 85 overall, and you're demanding 10.6 per year. I should have traded you while I had the chance. I just don't want to re-sign him now. That's just such a gross contract. Yeah, I don't want to re-sign him. Maybe I can get him cheaper in free agency. I don't know. Let's just get to it. Let's get to free agency. We have $20 million to spend. Josh Cooper is going to be my first-round pick at pick 15, 88 speed, hidden dev. Going to move him to left outside linebacker, and he's going to replace Cole Holcomb. Sean Hutchinson, my third-round pick, hidden dev, 85 strength. That's what matters. B, pass block power. Hidden dev is cool, but 85 strength indicates that he does have a low overall, so I don't know how good that pick will be, but either way, not bad. I'll take it. So here we are after the draft, and Hutchinson's actually a third-round pick, but a 70 overall with the boost, 69 without it. Nice. We have a 73 overall right tackle, but I want to develop this guy since he does have the star or better dev. Defensively, looking into it, is Brandon Scherff now on the left side? Yes, he is, so I will officially make that switch for him, so that way the CPU doesn't confuse it of what his actual position is, because it will force him, and it's just really weird with EA. I don't know what's up with them, man. So that's there. We got a bunch of receivers here, a bunch of threats for Knapp. And Cooper is a 78 overall outside linebacker. Man, I picked a good one. Run stopper too. Definitely going to move him over to left outside linebacker. A very good first round pick. Super happy with that. Definitely an A+ pick by me. And yeah, everything else here looks pretty good. I think a big part of defense is safety. Safety is like edge rusher and safety is a big part of defenses for simulation. I believe it is. But yeah, anyways guys, apart from that, it is time to move into the midseason mark to see if we can move on to the playoffs this season. And here we are at the midseason mark as we are 5-2, coming off a big win against the Rams, here to face the 5-2 Buffalo Bills, 5-2 above the Dallas Cowboys. Wow, first time I've seen us at the top of the division in this rebuild so far. Chase Young, hefty money here. I don't want a big deal. 14.1 million. Wow, you cost less than Scary Terry. That is surprising. I'll take it, man. I'm not going to complain. I'm going to spread this deal out to 5 years. I think you can last a long time on this team. $12 million a year, I'll accept that. Antonio Gibson, very cheap deal. It's because he hasn't been productive. Let's go. Very cheap deal for him. Cameron Curl, definitely want back. Didn't know he was so young. Very cheap deal because he's a safety. He wants the bonus improved. I want to see how William Jackson regresses by the end of the season, but I need Cameron Curl back on the team. Curtis Samuel. I want to see how you regress by the end of the season as well. I already have OBJ and everyone that's already regressing, because regression starts at 28 for most players, not offensive linemen and QBs, though. That's different for them. So, yeah, let's move into the playoffs. And here we are coming off a massive win to the Eagles as oh my gosh, we don't take the division. Unfortunate. We're a slightly higher overall team than the Cowboys because they're very offensive dominant. 93 offense, 81 defense. That's completely disproportional. But we're an 88 offense, 88 defense, 88 overall team, 10-7. We're going to their stadium to see if we can beat them. Weekly awards here. Did Charlie Knapp go off? No, Jamin Davis, 2 interceptions to pad those stats right before I look at them. Good job, man. Let's look at the stats and awards here for the year. Charlie Knapp, once again, 11th in passing touchdowns. It's kind of a down year. 5th best offense, 12th best defense. Thank you for showing up. 4,900 yards, 31 TDs, 11 interceptions. Antonio Gibson, 16 TDs, 4.4 average, and 1,100 yards. You have consistently been improving. Very good job. That was a very good season for Antonio Gibson. Curtis Samuel, 1,200 yards, 8 TDs. Odell Beckham, 8 TDs, 1,100 yards. Scary Terry, 1,000 yards, 4 TDs. Man, that $15 million a year contract was not worth it. Noah Fant, 7 TDs, almost 1,000 yards. Looking at it defensively, Jamin Davis, 139 tackles. Josh Cooper, the rookie, 122. Great job with 4 sacks. And Benjamin Saint, I don't know who you are, man, but cool. Tackles for a loss, 18 for Montez Sweat and Chase Young. Sacks, though, 12.5 for Chase Young, 8 for Jonathan Allen, 6 for Daron Payne, 5.5 for Montez Sweat. Interceptions, 5 for Jamin Davis. He got 2 in the last week. 4 for Kendall Fuller, and safeties on the team is a 1 for Jonathan Allen, 0 defensive touchdowns. Now, should Jamin Davis get X Factor? Because getting 139 tackles and 5 interceptions and 2.5 sacks is, again, not an easy thing to do. And 105 of them were solo. Wow, that's very impressive. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to give him X Factor, but I know the CPU just won't give him X Factor because they're like, nah, he has to be the best player in the league to get X Factor. But yeah, let's see if we can beat the Dallas Cowboys. Please just give me 1 win. I think we do because I just saw franchise staff points. Yeah, it gives you franchise staff points sometimes before you even play the game, so automatically just tells you who's gonna win sometimes. So let's see if it does it again. Oh yeah, I saw a boost in 1 franchise staff point. I think that's a bad thing. Oh, we still beat them. We beat the Packers 28-24. In the conference championship, I can finally hop into it. Let's see if we can beat the Seattle Seahawks to move on to the Super Bowl, and let's get into it. And here we are in the game as they don't score on their opening drive, but we do. 7-0 against the Seahawks, 14-0 against the 21-0 against the Seahawks. Big run from Antonio Gibson. Almost at halftime, 21-7, 28-7, 35-7 at halftime, 42-7 against the Seahawks, 42-14, 45-14. 45-21, 52-21. Oh my gosh, what a humiliation. What a humiliation for the Seahawks. Oh, bro, Charlie Knapp is going to make me bust a nut. Oh my, almost a perfect passer rating. Perfect passer rating is 158.3, by the way. 24 for 30, that's probably what it was. 361 yards, 80% completion rate, 5 TDs to 0 interceptions. Oh, you're going to make me nut, bro. 2 touchdowns, 8.8 average, and 160 yards for Antonio Gibson. Oh, man. We destroyed the Seahawks team. Let's get into the Super Bowl. And here we are in the Super Bowl here to face the 14-3 Kansas City Chiefs. Let's try and hand them their 5th Super Bowl loss. Oh, my gosh. Would that be the 5th in a row? In this series combining, yeah, that would be their 5th. No, this would be their 5th Super Bowl. This would be their 4th Super Bowl loss in a row. Because they've been to the Super Bowl 3 different times now in this simulation. Just in simulation. Knapp, I guess, yeah, he was 11th for passing touchdowns, so I guess I shouldn't give him X Factor, but he's a 77 overall without the boost. Antonio Gibson had a great year, dude. I'm giving him superstar. You're going to have 16 touchdowns in a season, 4.4 average, and 1,200 yards. I'm giving him superstar. Cry about it in the comments. He deserves superstar. 16 touchdowns, 4.4 average is no joke. It looks like Hutchinson only has star depth. That's completely fine with me. Defensively, Jamin Davis, they actually gave him X Factor. I didn't even give him that. They gave him the X Factor. That is surprising. Yeah, X Factor right there. That is very, very good. Thank you. Cooper has superstar. Did he come with that? I hope he did. No, he was given it. He was given superstar dev. He was a defensive player of the week. That's cool. He was given superstar dev. That is so sick. I mean, he did have 122 tackles. Kendall Fuller was given superstar dev as well. This defense gets better and better. Might need to replace Landon Collins, though. I'm not going to lie. Anyways, let's get into the Super Bowl against the 14-3 Kansas City Chiefs to hand them their 4th Super Bowl loss of this rebuild. And yeah, let's just get into it. Okay, here we are, opening possession for the Chiefs. They score a touchdown, 7-0, not good for us. And we don't even score after driving all the way down. 3-7, 14-3, 21-3. We're getting our ass beat, 21-10. Okay, no, what is happening? We are getting screwed. We are getting screwed. Come back, no. Very close game, 11-point game. Okay. Game is on the line. Oh my gosh, seriously. Seriously, I was trying to hop in at the end there. 33-38. Oh, they're actually going to take the win over us. Oh, I was trying to hand their losing streak in the Super Bowl is over. God. 33-38. We were that close. Oh, man, 5 points away. Still a very good game. Unfortunate, dude. Patrick Mahomes was just electric. We were 2-2. Where's that 5 touchdown performance, man? Still 353 yards. Patrick Mahomes, 4 TDs, 1 interception. Antonio Gibson, 2 TDs, 4.3 average, 86 yards. Still a good game for him, man. Just unfortunate what happened to us. Still considered a successful rebuild because we did make it to the Super Bowl, and that is what I consider a successful rebuild, is making it to one. But hopefully we can win it in the next season. Let's get to the offseason here and see what we got for the yearly awards and the Super Bowl MVP, as the Chiefs do win it, unfortunately. Patrick Mahomes wins Super Bowl MVP, and it looks like there are no Washington football team members, Washington Commander members, now that we are in this year 2023. No offensive upgrades, as we already looked at before. Yeah, we already looked at all of this before and the Super Bowl, because that's whenever they're handed out. Let's move to the re-signed players here. Just, man, what an unfortunate game for us. 5 points away from taking it. I was trying to hop in to play defense and then switch on offense, but just didn't happen, man. 2023 retirements. Let's see what we got here for the NFC East, and it's going to be Lane Johnson and Ben Jones. It's only been like the trench players. It's been Brandon Graham and a bunch of offensive linemen so far. Anyways, now let's move into the players ready to negotiate here. I believe Cameron Curl is here. He is. Cameron Curl. He wants a bigger bonus, I believe he said. So let's do that. And he gets a bigger bonus. William Jackson regressed 4 whole overalls, but that's actually a really cheap deal. Up that money a little bit. Let's keep him for another year. Ooh, he wants to play for a new team. I think I can get you in free agency for a little bit cheaper. You regressed 1 whole overall. You've actually been playing really consistently for us, and you actually put up 1,200 yards in a season, so I will give you this contract. He wants to play for a new team. I'm not going to pay you $23 million for a franchise tag, dog. If you want to play for a new team, go cry on that team. Anyways, let's get into free agency, and I'm going to try and re-sign some players there that were already on the team. So these are my signings in free agency. We got Deion Jones, so probably kick Jamin Davis out to right outside linebacker. Then we got William Jackson back on a cheaper deal than what we had him. We'll probably pick up some DBs in free agency. And I'm probably going to go after a strong safety and trade for one and use my first-round pick trying to trade for one. I got rejected by Casey Hayward Jr., but it's fine. But I'm going to go in the draft and try and trade away Landon Collins and get a new strong safety because Landon Collins has not been that productive. Now, I'm picking this offensive guard in the first round because it won't allow me to trade away my first-round pick because some stupid salary cap issues, even though I have enough salary cap. It does this every year in Madden. But he has hidden dev, so he's going to play right guard for me. Okay, and this is the team after the draft. Let's shift that around. O-line is looking amazing for Charlie Knapp. And yeah, looking very, very good overall. Defensively, this is what we look like. Jamin Davis, I kick to the outside. And I'm going to try and trade away Landon Collins and get a better strong safety because he's just not living up to my standards. So let's go do that. So I'm just trying to get rid of Landon Collins' cap room because I'm paying him $15 million a year to be an 80 overall. So I'm just trading him away to the Broncos for a 4th round pick. And I think that's fair enough because his cap room is terrible. His cap hit is awful, and I plan to get a new strong safety. Okay, I'm trading a 1st round pick for our opposing team that we lost to in the Super Bowl, the Honey Badger. I got him on the team. Super huge news for us. I'm going to try and give away my 2nd round pick for a decent 2nd string linebacker. Think that'd be pretty useful for us long term. So now I'm paying a 3rd and a 4th round pick for the middle linebacker Bobby Okereke, who is on the Rams currently, but in real life he's on the Colts. I think he's going to be a decent player overall for us, so I do like this pickup. And yeah, that's pretty cool. Let's look at the final look of the team before we get into this next season. Offensively, I think we are looking amazing. I would like maybe another receiver, but OBJ has actually played great for us. I'm glad we picked him up. And defensively, this is what we look like. Bobby Okereke also has star dev. Like, I don't know how this defense can get any better. Actually, I do know how it can get better. We can sign a DB in free agency here named Bryce Callahan. So I will probably pick him up. Is he still here? Yes, he is. Bryce Callahan, 80 overall. He's better than the 3rd string that we currently have. And what's the other DB? Jonathan Jones is here? Yes, please. I will sign him as well. So we got some nice depth at DB now. So anyways, guys, apart from that, we're going to be moving to the playoffs, not the midseason, because we have nobody to resign. So let's get into it. Now, here we are in the playoffs, 11-6 behind the Cowboys once again. We can never win the division, but we're coming off a win to the Seahawks, and we're playing the 9-8 Seahawks in the playoffs. So cool. Let's see the final stats and awards here. Charlie Knapp with amazing stats, dude. Just so good. 5,000 yards. He isn't even top 10 for MVP conversation. What the hell are you smoking, dude? He's top 7 for Offensive Player of the Year conversation. Defensive Player of the Year, Chase Young for number 2. Offensive Rookie, whatever. Best QB, Charlie Knapp at 4. For best offensive passing yards in the NFL and 3rd most touchdowns. 4th best offense, 7th best defense. I don't know what more you want. 5,000 yards, 37 TDs, 13 reception. Maybe that's it. Nice completion percentage. 11 TDs, 4.2 average, 1,100 yards. Pretty good season for Antonio Gibson. 1,200 yards, 14 TDs. Scary Terry, thank you for living up to your contract, finally. 5 TDs for Damian Brown with 1,100 yards. No Fant. Always so close to a 1,000-yard season, 8 TDs. No OBJ, 6 TDs, almost 1,000 yards. Been very consistent for us. Defensively, Deion Jones, 142 tackles. Jamin Davis, 109 tackles for a loss. 20 for Jonathan Allen. Sacks, 15 for Chase Young, 6 for Jonathan Allen, 5.5 for Montez Sweat. Only 2 for only 2 sacks for Deron Payne. A linebacker had more sacks than you, dude. That's kind of gross. 2 interceptions for Deion Jones, 1 for Tyrann Mathieu, 1 for Benjamin. That's it? We only had 4 total interceptions throughout the season. That sucks. 0 safeties, 0 defensive touchdowns. Very unfortunate for the defense with those interceptions. Let's see if we can beat the Seahawks for a 3rd time. That would be pretty hilarious in the wild card. And we do. Wow. Racking up the score on them like we did last time. We own the Seahawks. 12-5 Minnesota Vikings. Let's see if we can move on to the conference championship. If we can, we can. If we can't, we can't. It's fine. We do. 22-20. Nice. Here to face the 11-6 New Orleans Saints. Let's see if we can beat them to move on to the Super Bowl to get a 2nd chance. And yeah, let's jump into this one. And here we are in the 1st quarter against the Saints. They get on the board on the opening drive. So do we. 10-3 as we are losing currently. Very low scoring game. 13-10. 17-13. Got our first lead. 17-16 in the 3rd quarter. Yes, go the other way. Go the other way. Yes. There you go. 24-16. Nice. 27-16. Let's go. We're moving on to the Super Bowl once again. 27-16. Bit of a shootout there. Ian Book is their QB. 1 for 1. Not very good game by Knapp, as he only had 98 passer rating. 2-1. Not bad. 1 TD, 4.4 average. Nice job, Antonio Gibson. Let's move on to the Super Bowl. And here we are to face the Buffalo Bills, here to give them what is it? This would be their 5th Super Bowl loss in all of history if we were to beat them today. And it's already considered a successful rebuild if we don't. But wow, Charlie Knapp now has Superstar X Factor, but he's only an 81 overall. That makes no logical sense. Thank you, EA. And this guy, Emmett Thomas, rookie, who's just sitting on our bench. Okay, man, we got a stellar offensive line with a stellar backup ready to be developed. Unfortunately, you guys don't get to see that because this is the 4th and final season. Defensively, looks like there's no upgrades. So getting that strong safety in Tyrann Mathieu really boosted this team, I think. Anyways, let's see if we can beat the Buffalo Bills to get our first Super Bowl win of this rebuild. So let's hop into this one. Here we are against the Buffalo Bills. I don't know whose opening drive was who. Ours opening drive didn't work out, but it doesn't matter as it's 10-0 now. Shutting them down, not really anymore. Oh, not really. I should have held my tongue on that one as they suddenly have the lead now. Blew a 13-point lead, 20-17 against the Bills, 27-17 against the Bills, 24-27 against the Bills. 30-24 against the Bills, and they were so close to scoring a touchdown on that one as we are going to win it. So we showed up to 2 Super Bowls, and we have won 1. That is definitely a successful rebuild. You definitely cannot deny that. Tyrann Mathieu gets back-to-back Super Bowl wins. Good for him, man. Super sick game for us. Super close one. That had my heart racing there at the end. Josh Allen, 3 TDs, 1 interception, 1 for 1 on Charlie Knapp. Dude just fell off. Antonio Gibson didn't even have that good of a game. I don't know who's even going to get the Super Bowl MVP because that was pretty trashy of a Super Bowl at the end there. Anyways, it's still a successful rebuild with this team with Charlie Knapp. I wish QB progression would be a little bit better whenever I have 2 back-to-back 5,000-yard seasons. Like, I hope it would be a little bit better, but I guess not. It's really stupid. I should probably boost QB XP before any matchup. Offseason, Tyrann Mathieu, Honey Badger, the new recruit, does win Super Bowl MVP. And yeah, that's going to be it, guys. I thank you guys all for watching. This is what the final team looks like. Super cool team. I actually had a lot of fun in this rebuild because Madden logic didn't constantly screw me over other than XP logic, because now my QB's an X Factor, but he's only an 82 overall without morale or any of the boost or anything, which makes no sense. But he turned out to be a great first-round pick, even though he was only 62 overall. Anyways, guys, apart from that, I thank you guys once again all for watching, and tell me which team you would like me to rebuild next, and I'll see you guys all in the next one.